Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. Today, man, I have an exciting episode for you. It's called Going Above and Beyond, and it's taken from Genesis 24, verses 15 through 27. Okay? This is a story that a lot of times we skip over the details, not really thinking about some of the details. And when you think about the details here, what I'm going to show you, you're going to go, wow, I didn't know that, okay? And so it shows a whole lot more about Rebecca and how she went way above and beyond what was called for, and so how she'd be a great wife. So let's read here today. It's Genesis 24, verses 15 to 27, okay? And this is where the servant of Abraham went to get a wife, and he's come to the spot now, and he prayed to God saying, hey, God, show me the wife, and may she first of all come and offer me water, and then also water my camels. 10 camels here, okay? So let's read. Verses 15 says this: before he had finished praying, Rebekah came out with her jar on her shoulder. She was the daughter of Bethuel, son of Milcah, who was the wife of Abraham's brother Nahor. The woman was very beautiful, a virgin. No man had ever slept with her. She went down to the spring and filled her jar and came up again. Okay, this jar, just to let you know, holds about 3 gallons of water. Back in that day, a typical jar that would be used to draw water from a well is about 3 gallons. That plays into what we're going to be talking about here. Okay. The servant hurried to meet her and said, please give me a little water from your jar. Not a big deal. I got a 3-gallon jar here. I can give you a drink. Drink, my lord, she said, and quickly lowered the jar to her hands and gave him a drink. And she had given him a drink. She said, I'll draw water for your camels too until they've had enough to drink. So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough, ran back to the well to draw more water, and drew enough for all the camels. Without saying a word, the man watched her closely to learn whether or not the Lord had made his journey successful. Those sentences right there, we're going to come back to, because that's a huge, huge implication here. Okay? Verse 22, when the camels had finished drinking, the man took out a gold nose ring weighing a beka and 2 gold bracelets weighing 10 shekels. Then he asked, whose daughter are you? Please tell me, is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night? She answered him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, born to Nahor. And she added, we have plenty of straw and fodder, as well as room for you to spend the night. Then the man bowed down and worshipped the Lord, saying, praise be to the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, who has not abandoned his kindness and faithfulness to my master. As for me, the Lord has led me on the journey to the house of my master's relatives. Okay? The servant had prayed to God, saying, send this woman to give me drink and to water my camels, and let her be the one. And it turns out she was the one. Okay? This is Rachel here. I mean Rebecca, not Rachel. So this is Rebecca. Now let me read these few verses again that we're talking about here today. Verse 18. Drink, my lord, she said, and quickly lowered the jar to her hands and gave him a drink. Verse 19, after she had given him a drink, she said, I'll draw water for your camels too until they've had enough to drink. That particular verse there, we skip, we blow through and we go, oh yeah, that's nice, she watered the camels. And we are thinking that, it's like watering my dog, my German Shepherd or whatever. I'm giving them a bowl of water. That wasn't the way it was, okay? These are camels, okay? And you have to, do some research, and I had to do some research. It was hard to find how much a camel drinks. A typical camel can drink 53 gallons of water in 3 minutes. That is sucking down some water, okay? And 50 gallons, that's like a big, drum, a 50-gallon drum that you'd have as a burn barrel or whatever. You can't possibly lift that. You have to have a forklift to do that. Sometimes or if you want a lot of chemical or something, you'll order a 50-gallon drum of it. But that's a barrel, Okay, so a barrel is what these camels can drink. Between 30 gallons, which is still heavy, and 50 gallons. All right, so that's what a camel would drink, and it could drink that in 3 minutes. 50 gallons of water, 53 gallons of water. Okay, so that is not a phrase that you would just take lightly, because let's think about that for a moment here. Okay, she goes, okay, I'll water your camels. She has a 3-gallon jar there, a jar that holds 3 gallons of water. Okay, she has to go to the well and bring it up and dump it into the trough. Okay, I don't know how the well worked, if it was like the one that you lower the rope, or if you go down the steps to the water. I don't know how it was, but it's obviously not a simple thing where water's just gushing out at you. Okay, so you have that and you fill that up. Now, let's talk about the minimum. If there was like not 50 gallons but 30 gallons, okay, so 30 gallons, she would have to fill up that jar 10 times per camel. Okay, 10 times per camel, and there's 10 camels. That means she had to make a trip to the well 100 times. Okay, she gave the guy a little bit of water, and then she said, oh yeah, I'll water your camels. She just committed to doing at least 100 trips to the well. Okay, you add that up. If it takes like 60 seconds, in between 60 seconds and 90, let's say 90 seconds per trip to the well, to do that, she just committed herself to a couple hours of work, just watering these camels. Okay, so that we skip over that, but more likely these guys had just come across the desert, and so they were probably at like wanting 50 gallons. Okay, so that's like close to double that. All right, so she would have been like, at 1 o'clock she comes out to get water for a little bit of the household or whatever, and all of a sudden she has to come back, like be dragging water out for 3-4 hours. Okay, so I'm sure the rest of the house is like, what in the world is she doing? She's been gone for so long. Well, she's watering these camels for this guest. Okay, so my whole point to this is she went way above and beyond, to show hospitality to the guest that was in town there. And that's what one thing that impressed him was like, she just committed to do all this for me, a stranger, and to offer that much water. And so I encourage you to think about that today, and to put that math in your head there, that hours of work, making at least 100 trips to the well to get water to feed to for the camels to drink. And then she goes, oh yeah, come stay at our house. We got plenty of food and everything for you. Okay. When that servant saw her, he was like, that's the woman. That's the woman. That's got to be her, So naturally, if you find a woman like that says, I'll do all that for you, you better grab onto her. And that's what the servant did. So in our Christian life, I encourage you to go above and beyond. As a Christian witness, we should be doing that also, going above and beyond. And Jesus said that when a soldier comes and he puts his sword on you and says, hey, take my bag for a mile, he said, go ahead and take it like 2 miles. Okay, and that's what the Christians were doing. They were like carrying it 2 miles, and then the soldier's like, why are you carrying it 2 miles? Well, Jesus called us to, and that opens up the door to share about Jesus. Okay, so anyway, that insightful teaching here today. Thank you for watching. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through Genesis. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.